woman. How dare you come close enough to injure my beautiful legs? That is far not enough wood. It won't do. How do you expect me to keep warm out here?
Oh, please forgive me. I brought as much as I could.
Just go fetch more, you stupid, worthless girl. You've wasted enough time with more of your excuses. They won't get the wood for you. So what use is that to me? How dare you come close enough to injure my beautiful legs? That is far not enough wood. It won't do. How do you expect me to keep warm out here?
Oh, please forgive me. I brought as much as I could.
Just go fetch more, you stupid, worthless girl. You've wasted enough time with more of your excuses. They won't get the wood for you. So what use is that to me? How dare you come close enough to injure my beautiful legs? That is far not enough wood. It won't do. How do you expect me to keep warm out here?
Oh, please forgive me. I brought as much as I could.
Just go fetch more, you stupid, worthless girl. You've wasted enough time with more of your excuses. They won't get the wood for you. So what use is that to me?
What right do you think you have to hurt her?
She is the property of my husband. She was bought to aid me. I have all rights.
You still have no right.
She is our property. You have no business to question how she chooses to treat her slave.
How rude of you to interrupt her, and as I believe she was going to finish. Slave or no slave, she is a human being, and you still have no right to abuse her.
Oh, forgive me, but I will never see slaves as human beings. They are such a low class, illiterate, they do nothing right. They might as well be animals.
How can you have a heart to treat her in such a way? Look at her, cold and hungry. She did not even drop the wood on your legs. And don't you expect her to be tired? All she gets to do is everything you don't, which is everything. You wouldn't even last a day as a slave. If anything, you should reward her with at least some water and thanks.
If my husband heard you compare me as if I could ever be in such a low class as a slave, he would personally find your owner and put you back on the plantation where you belong.
Oh, please. Spare me your intelligence. I would just escape again.
Ladies, please calm down. Let's not let this argument get out of proportion.
I believe he is correct. We do not need to repeat the foolish mistakes of those in Bleeding, Kansas, just between the few people on this voyage west.
Bleeding Kansas was a result of Southerners pushing for what they believe in. It was the Northerners who decided they should also attack.
No. Bleeding Kansas was some backward-minded Southerners who refused to follow the rule of popular servility just because they were not going to get what they wished. It was immature behavior of fools.
Such behavior as this cannot be tolerated and will drive this entire country apart. Anything decided needs to be through political debates rather than physical conflict.
With people out there like you, I might as well march to the town hall and convince my state to be the first to see for a better future. That does not contain people such.
I agree. All those conventions just add more compromises to make even more controversies. Any more of those will have very far worse issues than Bleeding Kansas.
As if a woman would ever be allowed to speak before a political crowd in town hall. What a preposterous and delusional thought.
You'll see, I will speak my mind out one day in such terms and excuse me for being entitled to my own opinion. And if I could, I would.
Allow us to remember, succession is unconstitutional. A country moves as one, not as individual states.
Individual states made up the union and vote on issues as individuals, which also means that they have the right to choose whether they want to remain a part of it or become completely separated.
That is again a fool's thinking. States do not have the right to withdraw from the Union because our government was and is not made up of state governments. As a federal government, we are sovereign. If secession was permitted, the Union would become weak, like a rope of sand.
A fool I am not, and I do have a strong mind on my shoulders, and secession is the only way the country will flourish with one decision on these matters. Hopefully the correct one. Slaves help run on the belly of society, and that is where they need to remain unless you truly want this country to deteriorate.
What is wrong with your mind? How can separating the country make it stronger?
Because separation will decide these controversies without deciding them by a civil war.
Are you honestly being reasonable? The separation of the Union will only make more likely to be inevitable.
You're missing the big picture that I am able to step back and see. First, we must become weak so that we may stand together again, strong and as one.
Oh, please! Help me understand! How will weakening our country ever make it stronger?
Oh, would you woman shut up already? You have been arguing about something ever since we left for the West. This and that. Oh, that won't do. I think this. I think that. And now you are arguing on politics? Matters that will never concern you? You are a woman, not men. You state your opinions as if you are our equal. I am sick and tired of all your whining, and this is not worth triple my earnings. As the only man here to keep you people under control, and if you all wish to continue this journey safely, I will hear none of these absurd arguments from any of you.
Who is he to speak to us in that way? Look what he does. He drives people back and forth from states. He is worthless himself. I have gotten the rest of the wood into the fire. We may light it now, so it may make conditions a bit warmer.
Yes, light the fire. You have been gone for ages, and I'm positive that in a few more minutes I would have had hypothermia. Also, this much political talk in only a mere few minutes has given me a terrible headache. In my personal opinion, I am completely satisfied with leaving the hard work and thought of politics to men. So this conversation no longer concerns me. Now, if you would all excuse me, I am going to settle down for a small nap before we take up the road again.
For me, the same except for leaving politics to men. I am going to check my luggage first to make sure nothing was damaged. I don't trust that driver.
Please, don't follow after them. You must be exhausted and cold after tending to her all day. Won't you come sit by the fire with us?
I really should not. I have not completed all of my chores yet.
Oh, that's all right. You've worked hard enough today.
Please come and rest even for a short while.
Why do you let her treat you like that?
What could I do?
When you're a slave, you listen, and you do what you're asked of, with no question to survive.
That just makes me sick for someone to have no freedom.
Please excuse me, but I was under the appearance that you're one of those political pacifists.
Oh no, I am one of you. I am going to West like you to try to free other slaves or work to spread the truth. The only difference is that you are from the North, so you have the choice to make your feelings known. With me in the South, I have had to hide my beliefs until I could make this journey west. So most of the time, I just try to keep the peace.
Well, if you hadn't said anything, I'm sure none of us or anyone would have figured you out. Yes, and I would never have been able to keep quiet during our argument.
Oh, please. A few more seconds of that madness and I would have burst out.
I suppose now that we know when we reach the West, the three of us could begin to work together to end this awful time of suffering of innocent people.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
I agree.
But, forgive me for speaking out of turn.
We will not forgive you, because you are welcome to speak freely in our company.
Alright then. I was going to say, aren't you scared of the consequences of breaking the Fugitive Slave Act?
They would be worth the people we helped.
Even with that law, those you help will be hunted down, killed, or tortured. There is no hope for any of us to escape now.
You forgot to ready my cot again. I am tired of you acting like a queen. Come now.
Oh, that's all right. I'll help you set your cot. Your slave has done enough.
That is for me to judge, thank you. And I don't care who does it for me, so very well. Oh, and you all better not be giving her any ideas of escaping, because we all know that's impossible.
Oh, no. We were just getting better acquainted. I am sure you are just so very tired. Please, go rest.
Don't you dare touch me with your filthy hands. Get off me.
She is right, you know. I have no chance.
You can't let her make you think like that.
And how can you say that when the proof that it is not true is right in front of you?
What do you mean?
Oh, don't flatter me. I was a slave, but I ran away.
You did?
I most certainly did. And how did you know that?
Oh, well, you wouldn't. Oh, who wouldn't know you? Your appearance is unmistakable to a reader.
You've read my book?
Read it? I find it to be the best piece of literature that exists. I carry it around with me.
What is it about?
The cruelness and injustice of slavery?
Really?
Yes, it is all described in her book.
Wow, you honestly understood the message I wanted my book to send.
Well, you inspired me.
I wish I could read.
We could teach you.
No, you don't understand. Even if I was bright enough to learn, it is forbidden. It will mean the death of me.
I am confused.
There is so much you all don't know about the truth of slavery, of our conditions. It just gets worse with more and more time. I fear it shall always be the way it is. No one shall ever know all the suffering hundreds of innocent people have gone through.
But don't you understand? That is what Miss Harriet Beecher Stowe's book is all about. It tells the honest story of those conditions from a slave's point of view. Soon, the truth can no longer be hidden because it bursts from these pages. All will soon know, and you and others can be free to live a life of your own. It just takes good people fighting for a better future.
Then I suppose all I can do is hope. But you both have given me hope that I can't lie almost empty.